Welcome to this month's new moon event with a twist. So you may see and you may notice that in the corner just there, I'm actually live streaming. So if anybody doesn't want to be live streamed to my YouTube, then just turn your video off. That's totally fine. But I just wanted to say that today is transformed into a very different event. It's still going to be our incredible intuitive astrology events with healing, meditation. Second, is it? Okay, a moment. Yeah, healing, meditation, astrology, cards. We've got some amazing cards tonight, which are activation cards for everybody. So each house that I go through, you're going to get an activation. So I'm really excited about that. Are you not hearing me? Not hearing me clearly? Who's not hearing me clearly? Rosh, are you hearing me clearly? You are hearing me clearly.
It's a bit echoey now. It's echoing a bit.
Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try this. Well, the reason why I'm going to just change it in a second, but the reason why I'm live streaming, I'm going to go into the whole story actually, because initially it was my birthday giveaway, and my birthday giveaway was going to be to 3 people on my YouTube. I'm going to try this. Hold on. Let's see. Does that sound clearer for you? Is that clearer?
Yeah, that's much better. Much better.
Rosh, could you just look on YouTube and tell me if you can hear it on YouTube or not? Because it might have just taken it off. I don't know. So essentially, it was going to be 3 people on my birthday giveaway, and then so many people were basically saying, taking it off. I don't know. So essentially, it was going to be 3 people. I know why. Birthday giveaway. Get out of that. Is that better? Is that better? Just take this out. Is that better? Can you hear me okay now? Yeah, it's all right, Stacey. Clear? Yeah. Yeah, it's Anne. Anne's unmuted. I'll just mute her. So essentially, it was going to be this. And then the guide said to me, I've got so many people email me that the guide said to me, just invite them all. And then what happened was I ended up just before 8 o'clock. I just got this really strong intuition to actually do a really deep healing for what's going on in Israel and Gaza, right? And I felt this really strong intuition. And when I get a strong intuition like that, I then said to my beautiful soul family, who are just so loving and giving and supportive, would it be okay if I live streamed this and offered it out so that we could send a much bigger energy, collective energy to the world, essentially? Yeah, because I do believe in the power of the collective, obviously. And so my soul family just said yes. And ordinarily, this is part of their membership. So twice a month, in fact, we meet 5 times a month, but twice with this. And it's part of their kind of membership subscription. So it's out of the goodness of their heart that they have said yes to that. Okay. So there are about 12 people from my YouTube community that I invited. So welcome to this, and thank you for answering my birthday giveaway, which was Wednesday this week. So thank you for all my beautiful gifts and birthday wishes, and just beautiful. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. 54 now, so I really appreciate it. But obviously we're in the eclipse, and this is really incredible. Do you want me to change this view, super view? Is that better for you? Is that better for you? I prefer it gallery so I can see you all, but YouTube is showing gallery view. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I just wanted, just to kind of say to you that, my heart goes out to you all for being okay with this. All right. What's going on in the world is a representation of this eclipse. Yeah, we have got such powerful energy here. And at the weekend, I was blessed. Roshni and I actually, up in the top corner with the globe and the light behind her. Roshni and I were at an amazing conference, and we were very blessed to meet many great speakers, including Greg Braden and Lynn McTaggart, etc., William Henry. Amazing time we had. And we were very blessed. And one of the things that came out from it really strongly was that it's our opportunity to really come into our true hearts and really remember who we are as divinity itself. And I think that when we remember that we are divinity, and part of that is, this healing tonight, when we remember that we are soul having a human experience and that we are divine beings of light, it's our opportunity then to use that incredible knowing and remembering to be able to make a difference in the world. Okay. And we have to remember as well that those that are fighting, those that are pillaging, really, I would say, it takes you back to the ancient times, really, awful things happening. They are also souls, as far as we know it, having a human experience. Do you want me to put these earphones back in? Should we give it a go? Yeah, just let me see if I can do it for you, Laura. One sec. Yeah, I'm normally really clear, so let's try that. No worries. That's it. Rosh, can you check that YouTube can still hear that? Right, is that better for everybody? Can you hear me clearly? No? So weird, isn't it? Let's get it sorted before we start. Audio. Oh, it's clicked on different. Yep. Should be on the microphone. Should be absolutely fine. But you can't hear me. You can hear me, or you can't hear me. It's much clearer on YouTube. Oh, let me see what I can do. How about that? I've gone up to 100%. Is that a bit better? Is that better? Yeah. So should I take this contraption out of my ears then? Now try it. Is that okay? You're 100%? Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, so basically, when we remember that, and that was really the whole theme, Lynn McTaggart is doing some incredible work all over the world. I had a chance to actually chat to her personally. And she does this thing called the power of eight, which is not really about eight, it's just the power of a collective. And I think that we can do that tonight. Yeah. It's not called the power of eight, it's called the power of us. So the power of all of us together, I think, is really, really important. I'm just going to keep trying to speak. I can't keep changing it. So hopefully enough of you can hear. Okay, I hope so. Is Nora can hear me really well. She's nodding. Jade, it might be you. Possibly, my love. Is everybody else okay with the sound? Laurie, is it clear enough? Yeah. I just really want to keep it going like this so that, so that more people can join us in that. Okay. All right. Well, let's just see how we go with that. So how generally I run these events, those of you that know me, obviously you know, but if you haven't been here before, is we start by a beautiful clearing statement. And that clearing statement is just really so it puts us all in the perfect alignment and the perfect energy for us to be all grounded and connected. And we then go into a meditation, which is guided. If you don't know me, don't know my work, you know, sometimes it's channeled, sometimes it's trauma healing. I'm known as a spiritual scientist. So I incorporate the science and the spiritual into my work. And so it's always a guided visualization that comes in. And then I feel at that time, it may be that the galactics come in and do sound healing, or I don't know. I'll wait and see. I'll see who gathers. Could be the Ascended Masters. I don't know who it will be. And so we'll bring them in and we'll go through that. And I feel we will be sending out the healing then. Okay. So we'll be holding that intention. I'll be guided of how to do that. We'll be sending that healing out then. Now remember that as we are sending out that healing, we are actually receiving it at the same time. So if you imagine that the energy is coming through you, you are the channel. No one's ever a healer for anyone else, but you are the channel, and then you are sending that healing out. And I'll take you through it. So if you've never done healing before, you are a natural healer because you're naturally here to heal yourself, right? So just a little bit of guidance and you'll be able to send it wherever it needs to go. And you will be experiencing, no problem, Yanni, no problem, lovely to have you. You will experience the healing. So watch what happens in your world when you are actually doing this, because transformations can happen within you when you are actually the channel. Okay. Many of you on here are channels of light, especially as of you on my soul family, my soul's mission membership, which you can find out about on my website, susankennard.co.uk. But essentially, if you are that channel of light out in the world, the more you actually do this work, the more you show up on your mission, the more your life transforms. Okay. And it's not about money, it's about living in your heart and your truth. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. And we'll be doing the meditation and then the healing. And then I'll be speaking about the astrology and the solar eclipse that we have in Libra. Very exciting. We're then going to be doing some kind of prompts, journal prompts for the whole evening for you to think about. So as I'm going through the astrology, you can think about a couple of questions that I've put together for you. We then pull a card for every house. If you don't know your astrology chart, don't worry. Just receive the healing. You can always go back over it. Paper. You can always go back over it and look it up afterwards. So I'm just finding my notes on that. The little notes here. So yeah, you can always go back over it, and you can go to astro.com and get a free chart, put in all the details, your time, your date, your name, etc., and your place of birth, and you can get a free chart. I use whole science astrology. So then after that, we're going to be doing our own healing. And what's going to be coming in today is an activation for this solar eclipse energy. All right. So I just invite you all to keep your sound off for now. That would be really helpful, just so that it doesn't interfere. And any questions before I start quickly? Okay. So we may go over, sometimes it's an hour and a half, but actually, what am I saying? It's never an hour and a half. It's always about 2 hours. Sometimes it runs over. Feel free to leave at any point you want to leave. This is going to be, it's astro.com. Rosh, can you put it in the chat? Astro.com for the astrology. Where am I now? Yeah, so this is obviously going to be on replay. Those of you that are signed up to this event will get it on email, on replay straight away. I'll send it out straight away before I go to bed tonight. It's actually the evening here in the UK, and you can watch it on YouTube as well. You're going to be able to watch it on YouTube as well. All right. So thank you so much again for being here and sharing your beautiful light. And what we're going to do is just create a sacred space so that we know that only beautiful light and love comes into this space with us this evening. Okay. So let's come into our heart space. Place your hands on your heart. Creator, all that is, it is commanded that you pull, clear, cancel, and delete on all 4 levels and resolve on the history level. For everyone here present and anyone listening after, to release any waywards, watchers, entities, attachments, thought forms, anything that does not serve us, anything that stops us from being pure, clear channels of light. To release it to unconditional love, allowing us all to be pure, clear channels of light, allowing us to receive healing, to send healing, to receive any information from our guides, to be open and receptive, and to understand and remember who we are as divinity, just choosing to be human right now. And so it is. Good. I can already see that beautiful circle of light. Okay, so just come back for a moment. And then we're going to go into the meditation and the healing. Okay. We'll take you through it, right? And it will be guided. And I'll see where the guides want to go with sending the healing over to Israel and all of those souls and Gaza and what's going on over there. Oh, okay. So let's come into our heart space. Place your hands on your heart. And let's take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. We're going to do that a few times. So just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you start to breathe in through your nose, you drop out of your thinking mind into your heart mind. So just feel your energy just slowing down and a feeling of connectedness within your heart. As you're feeling that connectedness, you breathe normally, however it works for you. Just being conscious of breathing, and just noticing now that every breath that comes in, the light within your heart gets bigger and brighter. Good. And you might like to imagine a beautiful golden ball of light expanding through every single breath. Every breath in and every breath out. Just notice that the light just gets brighter and brighter. And each one of your cells lights up, almost like fairy lights, the guide is saying. So imagine fairy lights in all of your cells. And what they're saying as well is that imagine that each one of those lights in your cells is pure healing frequency. So fill your body and your light field with this healing frequency from you. And you may start to feel tingling or lightness or just an expansion in your heart. And I want you to remember to breathe, but draw your attention down to your feet. And as you draw your attention down to your feet, I want you to imagine your beautiful Earth star under your feet. And this Earth star connects you to Mother Earth, to this beautiful Earth, this golden Earth that we are creating. That we are on the precipice of change, the guides say. So just imagine your beautiful crystalline Earth star expanding through Mother Earth. And imagine that you're all standing in a beautiful circle of light. Then you might notice clairvoyantly everyone around you, or you may just feel a sense of peace and calm. And draw your attention now up to your heart energy, heart chakra, your heart field, and then past to your throat, up to your third eye, and to your crown. And I want you just to focus on your crown for a moment and just imagine your crown opening and expanding. Know that we are in a beautiful, safe, sacred space, in a beautiful circle of light. Then I want you to imagine your soul star just above your crown. You may see it as far above your crown, or you may see it just above your crown. Whatever you feel or sense is perfect. And I want you just to expand that energy up to the universe, to the multiverse. And as you send your awareness there, you imagine a beautiful shower of light. And you might like to imagine, I can kind of see it as silver today, but imagine it as silvery, sparkling light, like a shower coming down over you, cleansing you, all it feels your crystalline field. Down into Mother Earth. You might wonder how it feels to feel in a protective bubble. Just imagine that for a moment. And then we're going to invite in our beautiful points of light, our guides and angels, the harmony angels, the harmony of the heart. These hundred masters of you are beautiful, galactic light beings are surrounding us. It's almost as if we are in this beautiful circle of light, and around us and behind us and within us are all of these incredible beings supporting us on our journey. Just take a moment just to feel that gratitude for you in your heart. Just take that moment. So I want you now to imagine that you can see us all standing together in this beautiful circle of light. And you can see or imagine that everybody has an open heart. An open heart. And as you look around the circle in your mind's eye or in your imagination, you see bright light coming out of everybody's heart. And then you see a beautiful beam of light coming down from the universe and multiverse. It comes through your crown into your body. Take a deep breath. As this is the high frequency human light that reflects who you are as divinity, as source. And I want you now to just focus on the situation that is happening with these souls in Israel, the Palestinians. Just focus on sending your beautiful light in this circle. Just see the light going to all of those souls that may be feeling pain at this time, and all of the soldiers, all of those that are being controlled, being conditioned, send pure unconditional love and light to everyone on either side, whether they are the civilians or the ones that are with anger and fear, remembering that we are all souls. We are to play our part in the world. And some souls get lost in the way. One thing is so let's direct that energy to them. And now let's see. Perhaps we might see them shaking hands. Perhaps we might see them with light in their heart as you have. See each one with light in their heart. See the angels with them, guides with them, guiding them to peace. And see a rainbow, so see rainbow light, the frequency of rainbow light within all of these beautiful souls with human experience of me. Just focus your attention to being silent and seeing the positive outcome. So just focus on see the diamond light rising there, the diamond light with the diamond light in these countries, these songs. Then we ask that all of those people that lost their life, we ask that we allow those souls to pass over. And that if they need to pass over, if they haven't passed over yet, that they pass over with peace and to go to the light, to feel safe to go to the light now. And we will join in your hands. Love and compassion, with no judgment, with just pure unconditional love for this situation. And God show me a beautiful opening in the sky, beautiful light coming down to those that are more like me. And opening the portal of light and return. You may notice that what you're being shown is something differently. You can see the harmony coming together with peace. That you can see the end of conflict. But you could imagine an imaginary contract with like a treaty. All being signing and happy to sign. Each one of them can do each treaty and agree. But it is all about love. It's all about remembering who we are, sharing our right to exist in humanity. And that wars only come from fear and control. And the feeling that there is difference, that there is a separation, that there is not a unity. So let's see the peace treaty and unity and light Now let's see all the guides and see what angels actually angelic frequency holding the light for this situation right now. Now I want you to feel this healing coming through you, healing from source energy, as you are divine spark of source. You are receiving this. I am getting very hot. You might be feeling the same. And let's just think of anybody that you know, that you feel will benefit from our healing light. Just hold them in mind. Hold them in mind. And send that healing light to them. It's an animal, send it to animals. People, animals, whatever it might be. All part of this beautiful experience that we're having on earth. Just send that healing light to them. Hold the space that they find their way to heal themselves. Hold the space that they find their way to the next part of their journey. And if it's their time to pass over to the other side, hold the space that they can walk across the rainbow bridge, remembering who they are, knowing that life is eternal. And let's just send out final intention to anyone who needs to receive our light, individually or as a collective. Let's send the light from our heart out to humanity. Whoever needs to receive our particular light, we hear it like a calling call. And feel that resonance of light and love. And you'll be guided. And when you're ready, you can come back knowing that you are still receiving all of this healing light. Who's hot? I'm absolutely feeling it. Are you boiling? Is anybody hot? I saw so many healings take place then with everyone here. I noticed. Oh, you can't understand me?
Sorry, Susan, I'm just going to intervene. We couldn't hear throughout the whole thing. It was on and off, like it would be loud and low, loud and low. So I think, yeah.
But you got the intention.
Yeah, I told everyone just to meditate and set the intention.
The line. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, it sounds like I'm talking about That's so rude. Okay, what I'm going to do is, because we've done the healing part, I'm going to turn it off of YouTube. So I'm sorry, YouTube people, but my commitment is to my people that are on the Zoom here. So I'm sorry that you won't be hearing the astrology, but feel free to join any any other astrology event that I have. But thank you for sharing your light with the healing. Okay. Okay, right. Is that better? Yeah. What's really interesting is that I live stream all the time onto my YouTube when I do Zoom to Zoom. When I do Zoom, so it's interesting. But I do know that this is about intention. So it's about intention. It's about actually intending where that healing energy is going. Okay. So 100% it's about our intention. So even if somebody doesn't feel that they can bring healing light in, or they are a healer, or they don't know how to do it, the fact that you're here, it makes a massive difference to the collective frequency. So maybe it was meant that the people on YouTube were just meant to be there at that time, and that the astrology part is just for you. So I'm glad you can hear me really well. But I did see a huge amount of beings, and I saw a huge amount of light going out, and I got boiling hot. So I know that the guides were working really strongly. I'm sorry that you couldn't hear it properly. I have got a little bit of a croaky voice as well. We'll blame that on the solar eclipse, right? So we have the solar eclipse in Libra. So Libra is obviously about harmony in relationships, but it's also the South Node. So the South Node is, we have the South Node in Libra and the North Node in Aries at the moment, and it's around about 18 months and it stays there. So what we're looking at with the North Node is destiny, and what we're looking at with the South Node is kind of like what we've come in to heal. So it's like our past, it's something that we need to make peace with, it's something that can be karma, and so on. So depending on where Libra is in your chart will depend on what's going on for you. Okay, and I'm going to go around the houses in a moment when I finish talking about it, and we're going to look at every single house. Okay, so it's around about 21 degrees. So 21 degrees of Libra. Now, it's a new moon as well. So it's very much like a new moon on steroids or something like that. It's like a really strong, intentional new moon. And so it's very much about the next 6 months. We're going to be looking at new beginnings. What eclipses do as well is they either something goes out of your life really fast, or it comes into your life really fast. Okay. So, and if you haven't done something, so say you've been thinking for a long time, I need to change my job, I need to leave that relationship, I need to do this, I need to start weight training, I need to, there's something that you've been thinking about for a long time, then the eclipse, and we would have felt it quite a while ago, the eclipse energy allows you to kind of really steam ahead with it. And if you don't, so if it's something that's really in your soul's mission and your soul is driving you towards it and you just ignore it, okay, then it's going to come up even stronger and louder for you in your life. And that's what eclipses do. Essentially, they shine, I mean, this one is shining a light on the unconscious. Who's had things come up that they felt, oh my goodness, I've been working on that, or I haven't been working on that, or I have worked on it and I've been working on it forever, and it's coming up and showing you. Just type in the chat. Well, Shauna, yeah, Shauna's had that, absolutely. Okay. Anyone else? And big time. Yeah. Karen Lee, yeah, some, she says. Yeah, Roshni. Roshni for sure leaving my job next week after 34 years. Yeah. Stacey, loads of new beginnings, Stacey. I don't know what you've been letting go of, but definitely loads of new beginnings. Very beautiful what's going on, and Larson as well. I don't know if she's here, but I can't see her. No, she's not here today. So many of you I'm watching in my soul family and my soul's mission membership. I'm watching you shift to the parts of your mission that you've been like, wow. Oh, here's Lancing. What about that for psychic? Yes, she is. Was just talking about you, Lancing. Was just talking about you and in the UK. Talk about psychic. So I was just saying that people in my soul family, I've been watching you. This is the eclipse, big new beginnings, big things coming out. So, it's also been about our shadows, things that, very much shining a light on our shadows. It's about fate and karma, so if something is happening in your life right now, oh, the sound, what is going on? Is that better? I turned it up. There must be something going on. I don't know what's going on because it's always really good. Shall I come out? You stay there. I'll come out and come back in. All right. Shall I do that? Oh, hold on. Let me just do something. Tech, honestly.
Is Roshni co-host? If you don't want to go out and then, okay. Good.
All right. I know what I'm doing now.
Is that better? Is that better? Do you know why? It was on the headphones. That's why. It was on the headphones. But is it better now? Woohoo! Okay. Trial and error. So essentially fate and karma. So, the shadow parts of us and the parts of us that, literally have to go. Yeah, they have to go. Oh, you can hear me really clearly now, can you? Yeah, really clearly? Okay, good. All right, fantastic. So the South Node is very much about old patterns. So have you noticed that things have been coming up that have been patterns? Have you? Sorry, guys, I'm so not techie. Wendy is my techie lady. Where is she? She's not even here. She's in a meeting somewhere. But Wendy is my beautiful assistant, and she does all the tech stuff. Sorry about the sound. That was my fault. Never mind. So this evolutionary shift that of consciousness is happening. So I know that we can see that this is happening, this war is happening, there's many things happening in the world, but I really do feel that this is a true consciousness expansion, and these things happen, but what we do is we send our energy to peace. And as we're remembering that we are divinity, as I said before, as we're remembering that we're divinity, then we are able to come into our heart and send that light, okay, and not get too connected to the 3D, which is really hard when you see things happening in the world and you visually see it as well. So basically we're looking at this, we're looking at Libra, and we're looking at very much it being about relationships. Now Libra is relationship to other, because it's in the South Node, and Aries, which is the North Node right now, is me, meaning you, right? So it's the I or the other. So who has been kind of feeling that, I need to take time for me, but I've also got to think of the other. I need to speak my truth, but I'm also thinking about how someone feels. Yeah. So who's been, Tracy's been clearing lots of old patterns. Janet has, wow, who else? Roshni has, yeah. Onesie has, that's actually Pragati, but we call her Onesie. Natalia's an Aries, yeah. So, you know, Aries is fire sign, but it's very much about me. You know, it's like I need to push forward. And it is walking the fine line, Laurie. It is walking the fine line. And it is very much about, you know, kind of looking at both sides. So as a Libran myself with 6 planets in Libra, so massive, you know, stellium, I am always about the other. So, you know, this is why I gift a lot of things. I'm always about the other, but I'm very much looking after myself as well. And you have to get a beautiful balance with that. Because if you don't get a balance with it, it will be how I used to be, which is I just give all my power away when I was younger. You know, I'd give everything and not receive anything. Okay. So it is about having a balance with that. And that's what Libra is all about. So what was going on in your life around 2004, 2005? Because around relationships, because this may have come up again as a trigger, not necessarily the same people, but as a trigger. So I'm thinking about 2005, 2 years before my daughter was born. I was in a very karmic relationship with the father of my children. So hopefully that's ended, meaning in the sense of the pattern and the trigger. Yeah. So what theme was going on? Whoops. What theme was going on for you then? And somebody else also said that around about, I think, 2013 as well, what was going on in but we'll stick to 2004, 2005. Roshni lost her dad in 2005 and started working with a new bunch of colleagues. Wow. Well, you're looking at, you know, coming away from working with colleagues. So you were starting working with them and now you're coming away and you're going to be self-employed completely, aren't you? So that's really interesting. Laurie, the mother of my grandchildren, moved in with, yes, in 2004, and we moved to my new house in 2005. Yeah. So big things going on. I bought my first place in 2005, my first flat in London. Yeah, relationships, look. Oh, wow, Elizabeth saying my dad passed and everything financial came tumbling down. So has that, you know, don't have to give personal details if you don't want to, Elizabeth, but has that resurfaced for you in the sense of, yeah, see? So know that, Elizabeth, that is about, you know, about the triggers and also about a theme, okay? A theme. And maybe this has been a theme for you in your life, okay? Oh, so Lancing asked her first husband for a divorce, not the lovely Mark, but the first husband. Yeah, there's loads of stuff here going overseas. Wow, lots of dads passing. That's so interesting. Marianne said, I hope not, because that was a very hard time for me and my family, because we also almost lost our youngest daughter to vaccine damage. Yeah, so it's just like looking at a theme there and looking at what triggers you might feel from it, okay? Oh yeah, so Onesie Pagati said, I had a serious health scare and had to take a few months out to heal. This was in 2004-05. I've just come back from a yoga retreat in Turkey, I have to say, and want to get back to health. Yeah, absolutely. Or move on to health, not getting back to it, but you're moving on to it. Yeah, amazing. Stacey, open to acupuncture practice. Now I'm growing a different kind of healing practice. Yeah, absolutely. But a theme, Stacey, where she is. Yeah, a theme. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So it shows you where the imbalances are. So where do you feel that, I've got some questions in a moment, but where do you feel the imbalances are? The question might be, where are you out of balance in your life? So this might be one question. So for me, where I'm out of balance is with a divine partnership. So I have everything. I live my mission. I have great friends. My children are great. I live in a lovely house by the sea. I have everything. So the out of balance piece, which is on my doorstep, basically, is right here in my energy field. But that out of balance piece is a divine partner to share my mission with, basically. Yeah. So that's where mine is out of balance. And in 2004-5 is when I met the father of my children. That's a story in my book, actually. If you haven't read my book, I'll show you. There's a little tiny bit of my story in there if you haven't read Awaken the Light Within Your Heart. You can get it on Amazon. So basically there's a little story there. So if I look at the theme, that was out of balance. So what am I doing now? Making sure that I wouldn't attract that anymore. I wouldn't attract that out of balance, right? So the healing work that I've done. So finances, Elizabeth. Shona, I'm out of balance with my partner relationship now. I was also in 2004, 2005. Wow, Shona. So that gives you that insight, doesn't it? That this eclipse energy is, you know, really showing you something. And then it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's not like, oh, this is happening again. No, this is showing you something. Okay. So then actually it is shining a light, of course, on the unconscious part. And this is your opportunity, okay, to heal those parts. Or if you haven't healed them, then it's a time to heal them. And if you have healed them, then you'll notice that something else will show up. All right. So the next question might be, where are you not in harmony with yourself? Okay. So yes, we've looked at the balance, what might be out of balance, what is in balance, and where are you not in harmony within yourself? Let's just put our hand on our heart and let's just listen. So put your hand on your heart. Where am I not in harmony with myself? Just say that question. Okay, so you may have got some insight there. I did, which actually surprised me. But the insight that I got was, I need to admire myself, not just be admired by others, because I get that a lot, but I don't admire myself. That was interesting. I didn't know that, right? So if you listen to your heart, you can hear where you're not in harmony with yourself. All right. Shauna, yeah, not honoring my achievements. There you go. On our soul family, we always honor achievements. And listening to my needs for security, yes. And love from me internally versus the external world. Yeah, that's really beautiful, actually, because that is the divine feminine part of us, you know, really that inner part of us as receiving, which then reflects out into the outer part of us, doesn't it? Yeah, the outside world. And those of you that perhaps are new, it might be the first time you've been here or whatever, on any event that I've run, we always talk a lot about the mirror, the reflection. So what we're seeing on the outside world is a reflection of what is our frequency and our belief on the inside. Yeah, so onesie, not breathing, living life fully and going for things. Yeah. I get that. And Marianne, not honoring my achievements. Usario, not honoring me. Absolutely. Yeah, so this activation is going to be great for everybody. And Eva's saying, I need to take really good care of my body. Yeah, great process going on in my heart chakra, arms and shoulders. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, Shauna, isn't it? Shauna's just acknowledged so many of us not honouring self and our achievements. It may be that the Syrians come in and do a soul transmission about that as well. I'm just going to write a note, ask them to do that. Yeah, okay. What else? Oh, somebody said wait. Oh, Pagati said wait, and Roshni said wait. Yeah, okay. And you know, the body obviously is the vehicle, the barometer for the soul, and it is carrying the soul. And so it shows us what it needs to show us. And when we shift something, when we shift something within our inner world, it shifts our body as well. So please be patient with that. Please be patient when you're transforming something in your life. You know, it's just be patient that your body will follow. Okay, your body will follow. All right, okay, about to sneeze. Right, let me just ask the guides if there's anything else about this eclipse. Yeah, I will do that. Right, okay, so I just want to share my screen a second. Let's just put that up there. Yeah, I'll share it one sec. I do hate the adverts. I'm sorry about the adverts. It's very annoying. Right, here we go. Okay, so this is, let's just get rid of holidays. Right, so this is where we're looking. For those of you, ignore the house placement, but this is the sign we're looking for. So if you haven't done astrology before, it's the first time. I work very intuitively, but this is the sign we're looking for. And as we can see, we've got Mercury here transiting. So around the outside are transits, which means they move. And inside your chart, they don't move. They're static, they stay there. So we've got the moon and the sun. There's the moon, there's the sun, and we've got Mercury. And one of the reasons why Mars is showing itself right now is it's in Scorpio. And Mars in Scorpio actually is, you know, can be really volcanic, let's just say. Yeah. So we could see some difficult weather. We're definitely seeing some difficult relationships at the moment in the world. But the Mars in Scorpio is really showing itself. But this eclipse energy, as you can see here, is actually reflecting here Aries, Chiron. Okay, so the North Node's there, but Chiron is the wounded healer. So you might not have it natally like me, but wherever Aries is in your chart, it's going to be highlighting for you. And it might highlight bits of you, you know, because Aries is very much about the I. So it's the first sign of the zodiac, and Pisces is the last. And so it's like the beginning, it's the I, who am I, what, you know, how do I value myself? So Chiron, even though it's retrograde, it's saying basically, he's basically saying, what part of me is wounded that I've got to look at, all right? And that's why we're having this looking at the unconscious. Makes sense, doesn't it? Looking at that shadow part of us that, you know, perhaps has been there. And the Chiron is known as the wounded healer, but Chiron is also beautiful because it shines a part of you in your chart which is really about your mission. So when you come into a healing place with your Chiron, actually that's when you really step into your mission. Okay, so it's really interesting to look at where Chiron is in your chart. So perhaps have a look at that another time. Okay, so I think we're going to get into, oh, Shauna's got, yeah, like me, Chiron in Aries, absolutely. It's definitely been a year of looking deeply into my beliefs about myself, definitely. So let's get into this. So what we're going to do, Karen, you have got Aries in your chart because there's 12 zodiacs in every single chart. It's just that you haven't got anything perhaps in that house, but that doesn't mean you haven't got Aries, my love. You just haven't got, I mean, pretty much all my planets are in Libra, okay? There's hardly anything anywhere else, just dotting around. But so it doesn't matter that there's no planets in it. It just, you do have that house. So depending on where the house is will be where it's really reflecting right now. Okay. So who has got their ascendant or their rising sign in Libra? Okay, or you can look at some sign as well, but we tend to just look at the ascendant. So your ascendant is this. Let me show you. Ascendant is AC. And it's also called rising sign. Okay, so Janet, Demetra, Usario, is that how I say your name? Just say yes or no on there, because I want to say it properly. Usario, all right. Dean, oh, Stacey's Dean has got it. Tracy's got it. Wow, look at all this. Look at this. Ascendant Libra. Wow. Well, when it's the ascendant, it's the first house, okay? So when it's the first house, it's really looking at your identity. It's looking at who am I in the world. It reflects the seventh house, which is the other. But of course, you're already in Libra, so you're always thinking of the other, yeah? But now it's really looking at your identity. It's about your beliefs. And you may have, if you have this in the first house, you may have noticed that your identity has completely shifted. Who has felt that? Who has felt, and if it's your husband, Lancing and Stacey, who has felt their identity shifting big time? Yeah, Yanni has as well. Yeah, Tracy, amazing. And Elizabeth's in process with it. So we always do a card for each house. And it is, it's very much about, oh, Mark asked you why the sun is a different colour this morning. Have you got the eclipse? Oh, you won't get the eclipse until a little bit later. It's tomorrow, the eclipse, isn't it? Who's getting the eclipse? Who's able to see the eclipse this year? We can't here in the UK, but I think in California you can. Is that right? Is it California you can see it? We'll all feel it. Oh, you said it's ascension. Yeah, that's a really good answer. It is definitely ascension. Okay, let me these cards have all gone. I think my daughter's been using these with her friend, which is a really good thing, of course. Right, okay, it's great when you've got a teenager who comes and goes into your drawer of cards and says, Mum, can I borrow your cards so I can do some readings with my friends? I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, she's so brilliant. Right, okay, let's, okay, can we please have a card for the first house, please? Okay, beautiful. I feel this is really about grounding. This is about grounding. So just feel into this, grounding into a new identity. What the guides are actually saying as well is for the ascendants in Libra, they're saying it's really a time to, I mean, this is symbolic, but they're saying to put some new shoes on. And it's really about, the ruby slippers, wearing the ruby slippers and feeling that you can change and create anything. You know, that's what I'm seeing with the guides, and they're telling me it's time to put on new shoes. Yeah. And to walk in new shoes. And this is about a new identity, big time. So feel into that energy and just feel how it feels. Do you feel it? Good. So has anybody got Libra in the second house? If you've got second house, just let me know. Gati, Wenzi, Shona, Dimitra, Lancing. I think, who else has? I think Wendy has, actually. I think Wendy's got it in the second house as well. Second house, very much about values. So it's about your value, how you value yourself. It's also about how you earn your money. And that money has got to be earned with a place of love. So it's no good, I use this analogy quite a bit, it's no good working in a butcher's for your job if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, because that just won't work for you. So it's looking at how you earn your money, and especially if you've got Venus in there. Again, Libra is ruled by Venus, by the way, so I should have said that. So Libra is actually ruled by Venus. So it is about love. It is about what you love. It is about harmony and beauty. So definitely, if you have this in the second house, then you will be looking at how you earn your money. People keep dropping out of here and coming back in. It will be how you earn your money, okay? So it has to be something you love. And I know Lancing and I had a private conversation about this, and you know, she loves what she does now, but you have to love what you do. It is who you are, okay? Don't worry, Yanni, I have tech problems quite a lot. Don't worry. So yeah, so we, you know, we're really looking at that. We're looking at the value. We're looking at the place that you earn your money as well. So it could be where you earn your money. So you may be working for a company, and then this eclipse has said, no, you know, this new moon in Libra, this solar eclipse, no, you're going to work from home. Yeah. Or you're going to work for a different company. So it can be where you work as well. Does that make sense to anybody that has the second house? Very much with Lance saying, yeah. Anyone else? Does it make sense to you? Shona and Dimitra, maybe. Lancing said I could never work as a butcher, or for a butcher, actually. Yeah, so Shona's just launched a new coaching program. Amazing. Yeah, I love your background as well, Lancing. It's amazing. Right, this card's fallen out, and it's amber. It's amber. I'm actually feeling sacral with this, but just feel into it and feel where that activation goes. And if you feel that it resonates with you, breathe it in. Third house. Who has Libra in the third house? Liam's third house with Pluto. So lots of karmic stuff coming up there in the third house. And Eva is third and Roshni is third. Who else? Okay, third house. Very much about the community local. So your local community. It's about communication. It can be about your cousins, your nieces, nephews, friends, but it's like the local, kind of like your local neighbors and so on. It's also about publishing in the sense of perhaps you might write, you might get a blog out there, you might communicate in a different way. Mercury is transiting Libra, remember, as well. So there's a big communication highlight here, where you might be feeling that you want to communicate in a different way with your siblings, with your neighbors, with people around you, local around you. Okay, does that make sense to anybody? Yeah. Yeah, it does make sense to you. Okay. Teresa, does it make sense to you? About communication? It does to Liam. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just do the guides 1 sec. Excuse me. Yeah. But what I'm also hearing is I'm also hearing that it is also really important to think about yourself within these relationships. So I'm hearing from the guides that it is great to communicate, but it's also really important to be boundaried. And that might make more sense to you because it's very much about being boundaried. Ah, Kunzite. Let's have a look at this one. I feel like this is higher chakra, to be honest. This feels like, to me, this is like one of the higher chakras. The higher communications chakras, like the 10th or the 11th. Oh, Yanni said, I recently started my YouTube channel, although I always try but wasn't feeling good about it, but I feel guided to share my words. Absolutely. And experiences. Absolutely. I'm always encouraging people to do things like that. That's brilliant, Yanni. As I feel into this activation. Okay, 4th house. 4th house. Anyone with 4th house, Libra? If you do, this is very much about your home and family. So it might be shining a light on situations within your home, possibly real estate as well, but home, family, roots, feeling safe in the home, feeling that you want harmony in the home. Focus very much on the people in the home and your relationships with the people in the home, but also shining a light on the karmic side of it as well. Perhaps there's some deep healing that needs to go on, and this eclipse is shining a light. If you're listening to this after the live, you may feel that might be coming up for you. Okay. Oh, champagne aura, look at that. Don't think I've ever had that one. Champagne aura. Higher heart, I feel. Higher heart energy. I actually can receive that one. If you get a feeling that you take a deep breath or you feel drawn to it, then you're receiving it as well. Some of them I do and some of them I don't. This one I definitely did. Oh, big yawn to that one. Okay, 5th house. Libra in the 5th. Anyone? Okay, so Libra in the 5th, if you're listening after, it's very much about play. It's about self-expression. It's about, can be about children. It can be about having a child. It can be about a creative project. So it's very much about the birthing of something. It's also about romance. So if you happen to have Libra, which is the house of relationships and harmony and balance, in the 5th house, it could be that you're going to be having lovely dates. It's not so much the long-term committed, although it can change and transform into that, but it's more the kind of fun and dates and new relationships, so new beginnings with that. Okay, let's see where we go with this one, please. Oh, green. This is very much about the heart. Ammolite. This is a heart, a heart chakra meditation. Who got a hit on that? I didn't, but who did? Anyone get a feeling like they breathed that one in? About new creative projects. Yeah, Yanni did. Yeah, new creative projects. Beautiful. Okay, 6th house. Anyone with 6th house? Libra in the 6th. Debbie, Gianna. Anyone else? Karen, 6th house. Oh, not you, Gianna. Okay, you were just saying you could breathe it in. Okay. Yeah, so 6th house is very much about our health, our well-being. It's very much about, it can be looking at emotional health because it's all obviously connected, but emotional health, it could be about shining a light on something unconscious as well, because it reflects the 12th house. Okay. And so the 12th house is deep transformative healing. So it's kind of like a double whammy for you guys if you are working with your health, your emotional health. It could be that something has been, the guides say, stuck around your health story. And this is an opportunity with this eclipse energy to kind of almost, I see clairvoyantly a corkscrew. So almost like pulling this out. It's like Kundalini energy actually, but pulling this out if this is a health story. So it could be that this is very transformative. If you've had a health story, it's been around for a while, this could be a time where it just, you get the answer, okay? Or the answer is obviously always within, but you get the answer. And I do feel the activation that's coming up shortly will really help that. So if you do have a health story, anyone actually, ask for the intention for that to be shifted in that activation. Okay. What else do I want to say about that? Okay, yes. So it's also about acts of service. So of course we have to have a healthy vehicle, meaning a body, so that, okay, Lansing, bye. So that actually we can carry out our service to humanity. So we have to have a healthy vehicle so that we can do that. So the more that we're in alignment with that, the more that we can really live our mission. Okay, makes sense? Does that make sense, Karen, to you and Yanni and Debbie? Does that make sense to you? Let's have a bit of water. Totally. Okay. And Gianna, does that make sense to your son? Oh, moonstone. Wow. Oh, wow. And do you know what? You can't see this, but there was a piece of glitter that when I picked that up, a piece of glitter came up with it. It was obviously something my daughter's been doing here on the desk, but it just showed me that the sparkles of the moon. Look at that, moonstone. And Yanni said, I wear moonstone, Cancer, Sun and North Node. You wear moonstone, that's beautiful. Look at that. So feel into that. Yes, I hope so, Gianna. Yeah, he's had a being tired issue since he was born. Wow. Yeah, he might be carrying some ancestral stuff there. Might be worth doing the soul rebirthing, Gianna, that we did the other day on the soul, to do with the soul family. I think it was I can't remember now. I think it was in the Divine Feminine retreat series. Go back over that, Gianna, and maybe connect it with your son. to do his birthing story again. That might be really good for him, actually. I'm feeling that. 7th house, this is long-term committed relationships. Who's got Libra in the 7th? Anyone who's here? So Libra in the 7th is, I think Corinne has, actually. I don't know if she's here. Corinne, yeah. All right. Is that you, DY9N8P? I think it is you. Yes. She can't change it. Yeah. So Libra in the 7th is so much about relationships. So it's about long-term contracts, long-term significant relationships, committed relationships, shining a light on them, eclipsing something, showing, right, something coming up that, you know, really transforms, you know, either lets go of it completely or transforms it into a new situation. So it could be new contracts with work, it could be new contracts with people, it could be marriage, it could be something like that that could happen during this eclipse energy. And you know, it reflects you as well. It reflects the 1st house. So it's really, you know, who am I in this relationship as well? And it's important to remember that. Does that make sense to Corinne? I know it makes sense to Corinne, but does it make sense to Yanni? She's not sure. So it can be about contracts. Oh, it does make sense to Yanni. Yeah. Makes sense to you. Wow, that one fell out. Whoa, look at this. I love the colour of this. I can't say it, but Agilite, I don't know what it says, but just go into the activation. It's actually turquoise. And I feel actually, I feel this is very much ascension throat chakra. So the ascension frequency of the throat chakra. This is what I'm feeling very strongly. So the communication will be with complete love and harmony. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. It is a really beautiful, almost like it reminds me of the Turkish sea, like Turkey and the sea, just idyllic turquoise sea. That's what it reminds me of. Yes, says Onesie, who's just got back from Turkey. And I'm just going the end of next week. Okay, 8th house. Yeah, it's one of my favourite colours, Corinne as well. Oh, he swam in the sea for the first time. Oh, you have to go in the sea in Turkey. It's so stunning. It's one of the reasons why I go there, because it's for the sea. Okay, so 8th house, death and rebirth, big time. So if you have Libra in the 8th house, you know, this is really beautiful new beginnings in the sense of a death and rebirth, you know, like something being reborn within you around your relationships. So this can be about intimate relationships, but it also can be about property and inheritance and money and taxes and insurances and things like that. It can also mean you have to pay a big bill, but hopefully it will be the other way around and you actually receive some money. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? But it depends on what's going on in your chart as well. But the 8th house is definitely around, you know, new beginnings, around the intimacy of the relationship with another. And this would be sexual intimacy. This would be emotional intimacy as well. But it can also be intimacy with yourself. So into me, I see, of course it is, but it's intimacy. Yeah, into me, I see. So it may be that something is, you know, showing you that you need to be more intimate with yourself, like you need to know yourself more, okay? But it could be that you're getting some money as well. So Yanni says, my mum's unfinished business is property inherited by me, by her siblings in Dominican Republic. Her energy has been asking me to protect it and claim it. Wow. So Yanni, you Are you the 8th house? Okay. And Karen, this makes sense to you, right? Yeah. Ready for new beginnings. Yeah. Okay, Yanni, when you do your chart, you'll be able to see, but it makes sense to you. Yeah. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, let's see what activation we get. I'll just ask guys one sec. Transformation of self, yeah. So I'm hearing that it's very much the transformation of self. Yeah. So death and rebirth of the self. That's what I'm hearing big time. So we now and within the next 6 months, I'm getting really hot now. Okay. Turquoise. So feel that activation. Beautiful. Okay, 9th house. Gianna. 9th house, Gianna. Okay, so 9th house, one of my favorites. Sharing your wisdom with the world with integrity. It's also about higher learning. So it can be that you're sharing your higher learning, or it can be that you're studying in a higher capacity. So it wouldn't just be, you know, a little online course. It would be a degree. It would be higher learning. Okay. I always see this as my favorite part of this is it's time, you know, eclipse energy. It's time to share your wisdom. Your inner wisdom is so strong, you know, within all of us. And when you have this falling in the 9th house, it's about sharing it with compassion and harmony, you know, that true balance of sharing that Libra energy out to the world. That's what I'm feeling more and more as I connect in with this. And you know, it will be fate. It will be something that you're sharing because this is part of your soul's journey. Yeah, to share with the other. I'm literally sweating hot here. Does that make sense, Gianna? Does that make sense? Green tourmaline, share with your heart is what I feel. Feel into that, whoever feels drawn to feel that activation. I've got that one. Share with your heart. 10th house, another favourite. Who's got 10th house, Libra? Yeah, Yanni. And the thing is whatever we've experienced, especially if it's loss of a child or abuse or whatever, you know, you're saying all of that there, Yanni. And you've never been a victim, exactly. But what you go through, many, you know, of us on the soul family have been through something that is the story that can help others to heal. Okay, so in my book is my story. The first part of my book is my story, and the story that we have, like you say, you can either be a victim, which you haven't been, or you can turn it around, Chiron, you know, your Chiron in your chart, to be what you're doing to help others. Okay, so absolutely, Yanni, absolutely. So 10th house, anybody? Nobody 10th house. 10th house is about your achievements. It's about success. It's about your public image, how you are seen in the world. And it can be about fame. It can be that your name is known. Okay, so if you listen to this on the replay and you happen to have this, then this is a really strong eclipse energy for you to utilize. That if you've thought about that YouTube channel, as many of you have, and I love that, if you thought about your YouTube channel, if you thought about a podcast, if you thought about blog, if you thought about getting some new photos done for your business, then this would be a fantastic time to do it really, really strongly. Thank you. It's also about looking at your achievements. I've just reminded your achievements. So how far have you come? Yeah. How far have you come, and how amazing you have achieved all this stuff. And look at this beautiful green. Let's all look at this. I feel this. Oh gosh. Take a deep breath if you feel that. I do. Oh. Actually makes me feel a bit sick, actually. Which is a healing peak, just so you know. Oh, there are lots of ones. Wow. Oh yeah, my birthday's the 11th. That's probably why I'm feeling a bit sick. Yeah. Strong energy. Oh, I'm absolutely boiling. Okay, where are we now? 11th house. Who's got the 11th house, Anne? Who's got the 11th house? Anne, me. 11th house in Libra. I have 6 planets in the 11th house, including my MC. So, Yanni, do you have it in all houses? Anyway, it's fine. So the 11th house is about groups, society, friends. It's about teaching. It's about sharing through teaching, which is what I do. It's massive shifts in that. So I'm definitely going through that. I wrote my second book, my children's book, a couple of weeks ago, and signed a publishing contract on Wednesday. So it's called Guardian Wings. So it's for children to remember that they have their guides and angels. So I wrote that, and that's 11th house, that's society, that's, you know, and it's also reflecting my 5th house of children, inner child, creative projects. So 11th house, Anne, Marianne, what are you guys doing in this 11th house? I literally feel quite sick. So obviously big shifts going on here. These are healing peaks, by the way, guys. So when we feel a bit sick, I'm not obviously going to be sick or anything. When we feel a bit nauseous, or we get really hot, or there's something happening like that during these activations, it's because we're having a healing peak. All right. And that's obviously what I'm having. Okay. Yeah, and putting myself in view, creating a website for Lotus Spiral. Wow. Who else? Marianne, what are you doing? Marianne's creating a YouTube channel. Amazing. Oh, I'm just going to ask the guys to step back a bit. Hold on one sec. Step back. Gosh, that's what you have to do with your guides sometimes, because they come in so close and they don't realize that they're actually really strong. So you have to tell them. Okay, one sec. Right, this is the 11th. Moonstone again. That's for us. I'm just going to open my window because I actually feel really hot. Bear with me a second. Incredible. Feels like a Kundalini awakening. I've had one of those before where I've had to come off the call, but I'm all right at the moment. Right. Okay. So yeah, 11th house, very much about, you know, I don't know, Marianne, where's my Teresa? Where is she? Teresa, what does it say about Moonstone in these? Could you have a look for me while I move on? Is that all right? Yeah. Oh, wow. And saying creating embodied voice workshop for spiritual groups. Amazing. Yeah. So there's lots of things happening in this 11th house. Okay, 12th house, Libra in the 12th. Oh, wow. This is deep transformative healing. It really is. It really, really is. It's, 12th house, Libra, harmony, but healing, big time healing. Wow, God, I feel really sick. Bear with me a second. Hold on. Roshni, can you just talk for a moment for me? Because I actually feel really sick. It's so weird. It's got to come over so hot. Just bear with me. I'm coming back.
No worries, no worries. I think it's definitely to do with the eclipse energy.
Yeah, it is, but they could give it to you later.
Yeah, don't worry. Go and have some water.
Hey, Rosh, can I read the moonstone thing while we're waiting on Susan?
Go ahead, Teresa.
All right. Balances the okay, so the key word is receptivity, and balances the relationship between inner masculine and feminine. And well, I'll just keep reading. 6 beings are the unified consciousness of this oversoul, and they infuse us with liquid light. Okay. And we're filled and emptied with a continuous flow. In order to successfully create reality, we must have a balanced relationship with both masculine and feminine. Moonstone draws us towards the water of receptive, open nature. Here we learn the qualities of listening, trusting, eliminating, flowing with the unknown, and being patient. These qualities will be more necessary for us as we learn to navigate the unknown. So there you go.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Teresa. I don't know if Susan's coming back. I'm just gonna wait for her. How does everybody feel? Is anyone else feeling this energy?
I think I'm all right.
Oh, you're okay? Okay, good. I was getting worried. I was like, oh, Susan.
Literally, for a moment, it felt like I was going to pass out. Jeez, it was so strong. And it's really not like me to do that. And once in a blue moon, that happens when I'm bringing through this energy. But I tell you what, this eclipse energy is very, very strong. But I just sat there for a moment. I said to the guides, just sort it out because I need to continue. And yeah, I feel all right now. But it really felt like, has anyone ever had a Kundalini awakening? Anyone had that? Where you've had like a Kundalini experience where whoosh, like something just activates within you, and that's how it feels. That's how it feels. It really does. Gosh, I feel like I want to stand under a shower or something. But the 12th house, I mean, massively impactful. The guides say it's very impactful in your life. If you have this in the 12th house, the eclipse, then it's kind of like massive endings of who you were before, and it's looking at true new beginnings of who you're going to be, and who you are, of course, but new beginnings in your energy. Whew. Does that make sense to those in the 12th house? Stacey, makes sense to you? And Yanni. And who else is this 12th house? Thank you. Yeah, it does, my love. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Right. Okay, did I do a card? I can't remember. I'm sorry if I didn't. I'll do it now. Stacey, did I do a card? No. Okay, 12th house. Garnet. I'm not even going to look at it because I don't want to be isolated. Just feel into it. It's Karen's birthday. Ooh, I feel a bit better now. So I hope you enjoyed those. They're fun. It's fun to do those, and it's fun to receive the activations. Not when you're holding the event though. Note to self, Stacey and Lansing and Roshni and all you guys that hold events. Yeah, note to self. You get what you ask for, right? So now we're going to go into the activation. So I wonder if they were giving me the activation before I was giving it to you. That could have been what was happening. I was probably getting it. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to record it separately for you. This solar eclipse activation. Okay, I just want to ask them before we go into it. One sec. Yeah, okay. So what they're saying is to set your intention of what you feel you really want to expand into. So something that you really want to expand into in your life, you know, perhaps around the Libra themes of what we've been speaking about. But don't worry if it's not, you know, if it's something your soul is calling you for, then just set the intention for that. And know that your soul knows exactly what you need, and you know that you'll be carried on that path. Okay, so let's see who comes in with this activation. It could be many different beings. Ugh, gosh, it's very, very strong. Can anyone feel this coming in already before I've even recorded it? Can you feel it? Yeah, I feel they're going to speak through me. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, let's come into our heart. I record this separately, by the way, for you guys that are on the event. So when I send out the replay, you'll get an individual for this activation as well. Okay. Let's place our hands on our heart and just reconnect with your Earth star and Soul star. So we're setting the intention of what we would like to expand into, what we would like our frequency to expand into in the now moment, utilizing this beautiful solar eclipse energy for our soul's journey, our soul's mission. So there is a soul transmission coming through. Whew. For honoring ourselves, honoring our soul, honoring our human, honoring our journey and our mission, they say. Right, okay, take a deep breath. This is the Syrian High Council coming in to speak to our soul directly. So before they speak, they are coming in and showing me the galaxy within our field. So as I look at us as human, I see us as a galaxy of star systems. Here we go. Take a deep breath. Ikatushna dada, ola nina dada ina, ola nanushinda dala anana, ola nina dada, o ainana, o anini ushikadina nana gadi dushna, ada delito dushna, ada ununune inina, a onini ushitani, aleninda stutali nondo jigada dela dana, o no stingle dada, ushna dida nina duda dishnana, udana. Usually dida o alene ne dada kojushne ne dada unene do tujele dada urushine dada lira ale de tukashine ne dada gina dada unene da ira da tujine ne dala da tujine de do ne dada gina dada ora ula wala dine ne la dina tujish tutalina na na do dada gina dada shne dada ale do tishne dada oda dine ne dada udada. Take a deep breath, just feel that energy. And just come into your heart space. And so I'm seeing the Palladians come in here, the Palladian collective, and they're coming in with a beam, a laser beam of light coming in through the crown, through the thank you, through the ascension chakra frequency. And it is like a turquoise beam of light. So just receive this. I'm seeing the dolphin energy and the whales, the Atlantean energy around us, coming close, reminding us of our heritage on our soul's journey. As we connect in with this true frequency of our ancient knowledge and our ancient wisdom, we connect in with the dolphin wisdom and the energies of the Atlantean times as we bring forward our gifts into this realm, into this new realm of ascension in our light, spreading and walking the light, carrying our soul through our human experience. So coming into the silence in your heart, Mother Mary steps in and she wishes to support and help heal the suffering child. And she says before she comes in with this is that the times gone by are just times gone by, and they do not define you in this time now, and that it is time to release these unwanted thoughts, emotions, and memories of the child experience within. So as we come into this gathering together, we honor ourselves and our loved ones in spirit. We honor those that have fallen for us, and we honor those that are choosing to fall for us now. We honor our souls for choosing this experience, and we honor our physical vehicles for carrying our soul. Hold a ball of light of gratitude within your heart. Send this gratitude out to the world and receive it back to you as a symbol of unity. And so it is. So come back when you feel ready. If you're new and you would like to do this again, or you would like to join our membership, or you would like to join our retreats, you can find all the information on my newsletter, and you just sign up by going to my website and popping your email in. You get a free video course and a meditation. And much love for being here. Thank you for bearing with me with my activation that's running through me now big time. And bearing with me with the sound. I really have to go. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.